Cool. So that should be good. We should be live. Yep, everything looks good on my end. So, welcome to today's stream, everyone. We are going to continue working on the female character that we sculpted last time. She's our warrior, and she needs clothing and armor. So tonight, that's what we're doing. We are modeling clothing and armor for our female warrior tank character for an upcoming animation that I'm planning and hopefully will have done before the end of the year, given my work schedule. So, let's go ahead and get on into this. Now, she is going to be wearing 2 layers of clothing. She's going to wear pants and a long sleeve shirt, and then she'll also be wearing like a chest plate and like a, I guess, a torso armor, leather bracers on her arms with leather gloves, and a tasset around her hips to protect that from damage. So, I guess without further ado, let's get to it. So let me turn on the shortcut VR so everybody can see the shortcuts as they appear over my shoulder here. And then, you know what, let's move this just over to the left a little bit. This should be a little bit better viewing. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start by just adding in a circle here. And I'm gonna drop these down to, let's say, 12. That should be fine. And then I want to go ahead and add a mirror modifier to this thing and hit tab to go into edit mode. Now from here, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of move this over, and let's scale this all the way down. So that way we can basically form the bottom of the pants around her ankle, and then we can, you know, move this back and scale it down a little bit further, but there we go. So somewhere like that. Now her pants may come out a little bit further, or we may tuck them into the boots. I haven't thought that far ahead, so we're just gonna kind of make these pants and see how it goes. And if you guys have a suggestion, let me know what you think, and you know, help design this character overall. Okay, cool. So we've got that done. Let's go ahead and duplicate that, and then just take this up on the Z-axis here and scale this up a bit, so that way we can create around the legs. So we're gonna have to scale it up pretty decently, I think, and then we'll rotate this just a bit, and I think that this overall should help create some bag in the pants, as well as generate the mesh the way I want it to be generated. Yeah, that looks good to me. So now what I actually can do here is then hold shift and alt select those, right click, use loop tools, and bridge those. And now we've got pants. It's pretty easy, no big deal. And then we'll just use the loop cut tool, add in a few loop cuts, and let's you know what, I don't want to turn on X-ray yet. Let's just jump into wireframe mode real quick, just so I can see. So right about here is where the knee is going to be. So let's rotate this. I wonder if I can rotate that in place. I cannot, given that we do that. So let's undo that there, and let's just add in a new one of these. So we'll take this all the way up to the halfway point of the knee, and then we'll go all the way up further. So Shift D here, lock that to the Z axis, take that up right about to the knee, scale it out. And let's do the median point here. Something like that should be fine. There we go. And it's gonna go all the way around. And now we can come in here, select both of those, and then bridge these together. And that's gonna be okay. We'll just drop 3 in there, and that should be fine. All right, and now that we've got that done, we can grab this top one and go here and do the same thing. And now we've bridged it, which is good. And let's add in 4 so we can try to keep those rectangles right about the same size there. And so we've got the pants basically done, but let's go ahead and take them a little bit further. So So we'll extrude this off. Rotate that a bit. And extrude that. And then it's time to turn on clipping. So we'll go ahead and snap that forward there. And then let's pull that out just a bit and rotate it around. So that those parts don't really connect. Or they don't go inside the body, because that's not really going to be helpful. Okay. And then from here, it's really just a matter of like going all the way around, I guess. Let's kind of pull this down and extrude up on that Z-axis. And then this one will go around the body. But you know what? Let's do this. Let's take this and apply a shrink wrap modifier. There we go. Let's shrink it to the body. And then we can offset it a little bit just so it's, you know, significantly closer to the body, but not directly intersecting here. Maybe I created it a little bit too far out, and that should be okay. So then we can go ahead and apply that skin wrap modifier, or shrink wrap modifier, and let's grab this edge right here, pull this out just a bit, and we're going to turn on snapping, and we'll snap to the closest face. And let's snap with the closest part. Project individual elements. Yeah, that should be fine. There we go. Yeah, I suppose that's okay if it doesn't go perfectly the way I want it to. We'll pop out the mesh a little bit once we have finished up modeling the pants themselves, and we'll just take this all the way around. Whoa, 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 what happened there? I want this one. Yo, dog, what am I grabbing? Hey, Sysith, how you doing, man? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. We're just out here making pants today. You know what? And I'm going to be completely okay with that since it's a little baggy. Turn off the snapping. Move that to the center. That's probably fine. And, whoa, dog. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, with both of those selected, we'll fill that in there. And there we go. How are things in your neck of the woods, Sai? It's been a while. And do something like that, I guess. And by a while, I guess, I mean, it's been like a week, because you were in last week's live stream. There we go. Start to cover this up. And honestly, this one could probably just go up like this. Soulsy, hey, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? Just working on some Blender and Unity tutorials in your free time? I feel that, man. I feel that. Bo Nugget, welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping in. Hope you stay a while, but if you don't, I understand. Soulsy, I used to stream on Twitch. But what I realized is that me creating YouTube tutorials and then streaming on Twitch meant that I was kind of wasting my time and I wasn't really gaining traction. Like I got some Twitch followers, but since my audience is here on YouTube, that's where I'm going to stream for now. And then, you know, should I be able to make this something that I can do on a full-time basis, then yeah, I'll probably go back to streaming on Twitch like 4 times a week or so. But yeah, there's your answer. I've thought about it, and I used to do it, but it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense for right now, since I'm still growing. Now, like I said, once I can do this full time, then it would make more sense for me to join Twitch once again. Whoa, what happened here? There we go. Okay, so we've got pants. That looks fine. Let's apply another shrink wrap and see what we can do here. So we'll shrink it to the object. There we go. It's shrunk. And let's offset this a little bit. Now that's not going to work the whole way, but we can kind of fix that a little bit. Cool. Solzy, I would stream in the art category. Yeah, I was one of like 4 or 5 3D artists that streamed art on Twitch, 3D art on Twitch. At least at the time, that was like a year ago. There were 5 of us. It was like Rodeska. He pops in here every once in a while. Love that guy. He's the king of female anatomy in my book. Then there was Polygon. The dude raided me once, made my entire week. I just couldn't stop thinking about that. Polygon is awesome. Then obviously there were like the professional, the ZBrush channel, or what, algorithmic or whatever they call themselves. And then like maybe one other dude and me. So there weren't very many 3D artist streamers, but that's where I would stream under. So yeah, science and technology is where I would go when I would stream like game dev stuff for lessons for my students. But it's art, so it doesn't make sense to be under the science and technology because people don't really watch the science and technology section on Twitch. But they watch the art. So if you're sculpting on Twitch, it's actually probably fine. But there just wasn't a huge audience for it back when I was doing it. All right, so let's come in here and sculpt here. We'll grab the inflate brush and we'll just quickly, lightly. Oh, you know what I need to do? Let's apply the skin modifier again. Now go back to sculpting here. And we're just gonna inflate the pants away from our female character. Make sure we're covering up her clothing. So, yeah, and code doesn't look as nice as models. I gotta be honest though, I've enjoyed popping into science and technology and watching some game dev streams. I really enjoy those, particularly because at the time I was teaching Unity, and there were a couple of dudes that would like stream in Unity, so I was able to go through and learn from them at the same time while they were streaming, and that was really nice. Cool. So there we go. We have our clothing. It's not looking great, but if we then apply a solidify modifier and then a subdivision surface modifier, looks a little bit better. We'll just go back in and go back to painting it, or whatever. The model reminds me of World of Warcraft dwarf female model. I guess. I've never played World of Warcraft. Well, that's not true. I played for an hour and realized that if I continued to play World of Warcraft, things would not go well with me. Like, it just wouldn't be a good decision for my life overall if I played World of Warcraft. I would lose myself entirely. So I stopped. I played for 1 hour. It felt, well, I guess I played for an hour. It felt like 10 minutes. And I said, I cannot do this. And I put it down and never touched it again. Okay. Let's get in here and sculpt this neat. Pop that out a little bit more. You know what? We need to change this. We need to be random colors. That'll help me out. Yeah, it was 1 hour of pure euphoria. That's definitely true. It was like, this is amazing. I like made a night elf character. I still remember it too. I was sitting and like the nerdiest guy I knew. I was sitting in his room on his laptop and I created a new character because he was like, dude, you should totally play and join me. And created a new character. And I was like, this game, it looks like so much fun. And then we played. And before I knew it, I was like, oh, I have somewhere I have to be. And I was like, oh no, this is, yeah, I can't do this. I cannot do this. So I couldn't tell you. It was back in, let's see, when I still knew that guy. I was probably, I had a car, so I was driving. I was 16, so it was probably 10 years ago. 9 or 10 years ago. Something like that. When I was playing World of Warcraft, so I couldn't tell you. And I don't even know if he had the expansion or not, so. But whatever was 9 or 10 years ago, I'm sure he had the expansion. That's what we played. Yeah, I mean, there are some good MMOs. Alright, let's reinforce this back of the leg here. Grab this whole section. And I want to just grab the offset edge loop here, and we'll just push those out just like that. Now when that bends, it'll actually bend better. We can smooth those pants out. There we go. Dude, you're an Australian at work and you stopped by? Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you like my channel. I appreciate it. Let me know if there's any tutorials you guys want to see. I've got like 2.5 months where I'm working at home still. And I've been recording almost every morning for Skillshare and other stuff. So if you guys have any things, let me know. I've already got 1 or 2 requests that I'm planning on creating very soon. So, but thanks for stopping by, man. Gosh, that's amazing. You know what? That's the best part about the internet. It's like I make this content and people just pop in and they're just like, yeah, I'm from Morocco. Or like Envy comes in and is like, I'm from Australia. Thanks, man. I like your channel. And I'm like, aw, I like you guys. Thanks. That might be the dumbest reaction, but like, that's my true reaction. All right, cool. So we got the pants done. Very easy. Very, very easy. Now we got to create let's name these pants because I don't want to mess this up. And we'll go ahead and save our file. And let's go work on the shirt. Now I'm kind of torn because with these pants, they're really nice. I like them. They fit well. They're like some nice hip huggers or whatever. Soulsy, I actually have a Udemy course out, to be honest. Check the links in the description on this video, and you'll find a link to my Udemy profile. I'll be uploading all of my courses, both to Skillshare and to Udemy, so your preference. You're a really good tutorial channel up there with Royal Skies LLC. Who are those guys? I'm gonna look those guys up real quick.
You need to rig you.
Huh, that's really cool. I'm gonna subscribe to that guy. Thank you for teaching me about him, Bo Nugget. It's really cool. Maybe I'll collab with this dude eventually. But he's got so many more people than me, and his thumbnails are like nuts. He's getting 6,000. Well, I guess that makes sense. He's getting 6,000 views. He's got 60,000. That's roughly the same proportion that I get. Sure, Soulsy, no problem. And I've got a new course in the works right now. I've only got one course out there at the moment. It is making a weapons course, sword and shield. So that's just that. It's the whole process: modeling, UV unwrapping, texturing, hand painted textures, all of that. I've got a new one coming out on making like bookcases and books. It was a request I saw in Blender's official Discord, and I was like, oh, I can do that. So I'm making a course on that. That'll be out hopefully by the end of next week. Anything for rigging he's got. Cool. Well, I will definitely go check him out. Appreciate that. So let's get started then with the shirt. So we'll basically do the exact same thing. Let's add in another circle. 12 is fine. Add a mirror modifier. And then we're just going to go ahead and move this up here and rotate it so it kind of wraps around the arm. Something like that should be okay, I suppose. We'll even, you know what, we'll even take it up so the shirt's just kind of hanging off her shoulders. Something like that should be okay. And that's actually probably perfect. How about environment modeling? I don't have anything yet. I do have some... That might not be true. I may have a tutorial on making low poly trees, but I really haven't done anything on environments yet, but I will make sure to write that down for the future. Right now we're working on a character creation course. I know you guys have seen that, but that's what we've been working on recently. And basically after that, it was kind of up in the air on what we were going to do. But because I am working on an animation, and these characters that I'm working on live streams are going to be a part of that animation, I was going to create the environments for that and then maybe make tutorials off of those. So I've got one planned for like creating a cave environment and like doing all the sculpting and retopo and then lighting and stuff. So see how that all plays out, I suppose. All right, let's scale that down. Yeah, this should be okay. All right, so we can select both of these, bridge that. Yo, who subscribed? Solzy5, thanks for joining the Beard Battalion. Appreciate it, man. All right, we want to let's twist that. Nope, that's the wrong way. There we go. Let's twist it correctly. Okay, and you know what? We're probably going to want to... Let's make this into a normal. Kind of scale that down a bit, I guess. There we go, something like that. So, oh, that was a Twitch alert. Cool, well... Thanks for following me on Twitch. We'll get back to streaming on Twitch eventually, but I just feel like I need to build up my real following first and get to a point where I can stop being a software engineer. I don't know if that'll happen, but that's on the to-do list before we start streaming on Twitch again. All right, so let's take this. We'll just go up to the top on the arm here. Alright, we should be able to bridge that one. Why is it... Okay. Excuse me. What does the strength do? Oh, that, okay, that's cool. I didn't know. I didn't know how that worked. I haven't played around with all these operator panel things. Okay, so let's extrude this and just take it all the way up. Should have gone all the way across. Let's turn on clipping and lock that there. Kind of pull that out, I guess. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine. We'll add in another loop cut. There's an officer in the beer battalion. Did you just Twitch Prime sub me? Bone Nugget? I haven't heard that in a long time. Subscribe tier 1, followed. Dude, thank you. Gosh, I love that air horn. It's my favorite. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Bo. Alright, and I feel like she's wearing real armor, so like that should probably be okay. I want this armor to behave well. So let's go ahead and turn on snapping again, and we'll just extrude off. Yeah, we'll take it down a little bit, just like that. Then these will come on around. You know what? I'm doing it this way, but let's jump into Retopo Flow, because that'll make it so much faster. Cool. If you don't have Retopo Flow, I suggest getting Retopo Flow. It is positively wonderful. So we can go ahead and delete those vertices right there. That's fine. And actually, I just want from here to here. And let's grab the strokes tool. And I should be able to do that right there. All right, now. It's not contours. It's been a while since I've done any retopology, so I've forgotten this tool. Yeah, that should do that. Right. So why won't you draw? Well, it is a great tool, but sometimes it's dumb. So what are you gonna do, you know? Alright, what is that? Select, geometry, cool, control select, fantastic, control plus action. There we go. I'm just dumb. It's not the tool's fault. I'm just dumb. Okay, and then let's grab the poly pen. And Blender just crashed. Wonderful. Psycho, hey, welcome to the stream. Let's pull it back up. Blender 2.83, not super great with Retopo Flow, apparently. So let's try this again. Gotta love when the tool that you're working with crashes. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, yes. Clip starts very small. Okay, general view options. Whatever, should be fine. On the bright side, we saved. Exactly. Psycho, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? Select those vertices. Here we go. Bone Nugget. Retopo Flow I got on sale. It was like $70 at the time. All right. Now we can save again. I don't want that to mess up. And grab the poly pen and then just move those to join them at the center. But because of the way, I just want this one, just want that one vertex. Nope, okay, it's not gonna give it to me. Fine, whatever. Okay, I can select those and select these edges, but I can't grab that one. Whatever. It's just dumb, and I'll deal with it. I probably don't need these. Actually, it's probably this one that I don't need. So then let's dissolve this edge. And the vertices. And of course, it's crashing again. Cool. So 2.83 does not like Retopo Flow. That is not great. Which is a bummer. I guess I'll have to stick to 2.82. I wonder why it's crashing though. That would be something to figure out. Skyo, you can't make female characters. Your mom will think you're making adult content. Yeah. You know what? I feel that. Because you got to look at reference images. And when you start pulling up reference images, you get into that adult content very, very quickly. So I feel that. Alright, let's add in another loop cut here and join these two. There we go. You're also 12, so big oof. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that, man. Why don't you try making male characters? I will say, though, female characters are harder. So perhaps if you started making, if you started out making female characters, when you got to male anatomy, life would be good for you. But maybe that's just me complaining about the fact that female anatomy is tough. Yeah, a lot of people do get the wrong idea. I know when I was teaching character creation back at the high school level, like, I just had to explain to my boss, I was like, listen, they're gonna have to do it. You know, like I can't prevent a student from making female anatomy, so you're just gonna have to be okay with it. And she's like, all right, that's fine. I mean, if the art class has the ability to kind of paint whatever they want, then my students are gonna have to too. And she was like, all right, that's fine. So I get that. It's tough. I'm sorry. What? Why is that all one edge loop? That's ridiculous. That should not all be one edge loop. That's dumb. Alright, I guess it was just taking it. There we go. Alright, and we'll take this one down. It's so dumb. Retopoflow would make this so much easier. What if I stopped clicking so much? Maybe that's what the problem was. Maybe I was just like rapid fire clicking. And so if I don't do that, maybe that'll help out. Let's try it. All right, let's grab the poly pen. Poly pens are really easy to work with. But for some reason, I can't select. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got that one. And we can exit Retopoflow real quick. Save. And let's grab this vertex. Pull this over. There we go. Then we can go ahead and hide those pants. It's probably fine. Yeah, definitely making sure I save on this one. I don't need to crash Blender a third time for Retopoflow. But I'm gonna be really upset if it's actually something wrong with Retopoflow and they don't release a version. Okay. Options, general, view options, click start. Clip start. Okay. Okay. So something is wrong with that. I wonder if we can change that. Let's bring this up. Let's try to fix this, because this is getting ridiculous. If you guys have Retopoflow, I just activated that. Where are the options? Yeah, I don't need that. What I need... Let's check for an update. Restart Blender to reload. Alright, we'll try it again. Try one more time. Sorry guys, I know this is kind of annoying. But these clothing would be so much easier to make this way if Retopoflow didn't freaking bug out all the time. So hopefully, now that they have like made an update, let's go to edit, preferences. There's just a bunch of red line. There's a red line here now. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Enable it. Trace feedback call. Whatever. Alright, fine. We'll do it without it. That's just so dumb. I want Retopoflow. It's kind of the whole freaking point I bought it. Whatever, I'll just use it in 2.78. That's fine. Dumb. It's worth it. It is absolutely worth it, but it's ridiculous that it's not available. So, whatever. Yeah, my computer's pretty good. I can definitely say that. My machine is pretty good. I built it a while back, and I built it with overkill in mind. I didn't want to have to buy a new machine for a long while. So I still haven't. I haven't had the need to yet, so that's been working for me. And the best part is I was able to write it off from my taxes. Alright, let's change up this music. I'm not feeling this song. There we go. Oh, wait. Let's do this. Where'd I put that pen? Did I knock the pen off again? Bugger, man. Today is just not my day. You know when you have those days and it's just like life just doesn't want to work out for you? Man, this is what my day's been going like today. And nothing even really bad has happened. It's just not been my day. Alright, now I want this to actually wrap not around the body. I want this to go this way. Which is dumb, but that's what's gonna happen. All right, real quick, let's add on a shrink wrap modifier and readjust. Oh, we can change our target. There we go. Nope, I don't want to project. Let's do what nearest vertex. Will that be a little bit better? Maybe. Alright, that's fine. Whoa, why do I have a displacement? Get that out of here. The displacement was causing the problems. Alright, that's probably fine. And now... Alright, let's get in here with the sculpting brush and inflate this off the body, and we'll actually add a subdivision surface onto this to see how it's really going to perform. Something like that, there we go. After we'll add a multi-res, will I bake the normal maps for her? I will be baking normal maps, but I will not be... I've still got to retop the character. I haven't done that yet. But welcome to the stream, Cedric. Are you the only one that makes the mesh 10 times bigger so you can make your dynamic topology settings low resolution? I mean, no, but you should probably get better with dynamic topology or get a better machine. I will be a little machinist here with that. Like, okay, and those are just holes in the mesh because we haven't filled those areas in yet. You know what? Let's pull the shirt away from the body, and then we'll kind of smooth it out a bit. There we go. Yeah, Bo, my intention is to finish all of the clothing that I'm gonna need on this character tonight. So we've got the pants. Bring those back. We've got the pants. Those are looking okay. The shirt is on its way to being done. From there, I've got to make gloves and leather arm bracers, and then a tasset, and then leather vest with shoulder pants, and then boots. So we've still got like 5 things to do still. Gloves, tasset, shoulder pads, boots. Okay, 4 things to do. And then we'll be done. We'll be done for today. So that's my goal, is to finish all of that stuff. So I'm gonna turn that off, hide this, and let's look at how we can fix this. Because, let's pull that out. Suppose I can patch that up there. But I want that to join here. So I've got to do something with this edge loop. And I think what that means, so we're going to pull this over. And then we'll shift that one over. And then we will subdivide these edges. And delete the edge. There we go. And that, I believe, solves my problem there. So that way, it'll go up and down, and then I want this to also go just like that. So now it goes all the way around as I wanted it to, and those all go the right way, which is good. Kind of messed up here. Let's add real quick, do a shrink wrap. Nope, I don't want it to shrink to the pants. That's a bad decision. Snap it there. Cool, and then we can do a slight offset there. To kind of fix. All right, we got one last little hole here. That's good. That goes the way I want it to. All of these are fine. That goes around completely. But I think I'm gonna need another edge loop in here. So Just hit V and pull those away. And then we should be able to just fill those in all the way around. All right, let's go ahead and save. And I can't jump into Retopology, but we do have a new sculpt brush for relaxing, which is one of the best features in Retopology. But it's a bummer that I can't use it. And this should help make our quad mesh a bit more quaddy and not so crazy. Especially right down here at the bottom of our shirts. All right, for this, let's go ahead and turn on subdivision surface. These are also, I don't know if we want to turn on like cloth dynamics for these for the shirts and stuff, especially since they're going to be under armor. But maybe I will. Okay, so subdivision or solidify modifier, move that up in the text stack. And there we go. We got our pants and we got our shirts. I think we'll take this, scale it out just a bit. Let's turn on proportional editing. Hey Rodeska, how you doing, man? Now shrink wrap that and do a push on it. What do you mean a push? We did use a shrink wrap to get it to in the modeling process. But here's where I'm stuck, because I'm gonna definitely be putting armor on it. Oh, like push it away from the surface. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So I'm gonna be putting armor on the character overall, and so I'm kind of worried about adding cloth dynamics, because I think this would look really nice. Like if we, real quick, let's go to physics, collision detection, great. And then we turn on cloth here. Let's do a real quick, like collisions 5, quality steps 20. Definitely do some self collisions. That should be fine. Okay, cool. So where's the bake option again? Ah, there we go, in the cache. Let's bake 10. See how this goes. It's all good. Yeah, so we're going to be, basically, I'm going to be putting armor on this. She's going to have like 4 or 5 different pieces of leather armor. And so I'm not sure how detailed I want to go with the shirt and pants. My original thought was that I would do dynamic clothing, but given the fact that she's also going to be wearing armor and kind of animating and moving around, I wasn't quite sure how that would best look. Okay, that does some decent stuff for 10 frames, I guess, but whatever. Let's do 30. Let's see what that would look like. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just kind of stuck trying to figure out if we want to just leave it as is or try to apply some cloth collision dynamic stuff to it. Of course, maybe I could simulate only certain parts of it, but if it's all going to be under armor, there doesn't really need to be any real motion attached to it. It should probably be fine without it, I guess. It just won't look as cool as it could. But how are you doing tonight, Rodeska? How's life? Just waiting for this thing to bake. I got another 11 frames. Working and chilling on my stream. Well, I appreciate you hanging out, man. Thanks for being here. That hand looks really weird from this angle. Really hoping that's just a perspective thing and the hand doesn't look... Nope, she's got a weird looking hand. Oh well, they'll be inside gloves. As long as the gloves are fine, no one's gonna notice. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Okay, so definitely can't do that. Delete the bake. Let's go back to our modifiers and delete the cloth modifier. So, how do I go about hair for my characters? Well, I mainly do stylized hair right now. I have a couple of tutorials that I bought to like do real-time hair, but I've just never played around with it. If you want to do real-time hair, check out Rodeska. But, Bo, if you're looking for how I actually do hair, like if you want the entire process, I just released a video on that not too long ago. It's video 8 in the character creation series, making the hair. So it's not really hard. It's hard getting hair to look good. It's definitely hard getting hair to look good, but it's not hard to do hair. Like to create the individual hair strands and everything. It's just hard to get it to look good. Alright, cool. That should be fine. She's a little bit more well endowed than I thought she would be. Kind of messed up there. Oh well. All right, let's start working on the rest of the armor, I guess. We want to pull this out a bit. No one's really gonna notice that, but still. Okay, so let's make it realistic. I'm not doing that fake fantasy. I'm not doing that fake fantasy armor. Let's see. That's kind of what I'm looking for. There we go. We'll model it something off of that. All right. So that's the shirt. And it's time. Let's create. I guess at this point we just need a plane, right? So, or an empty object. Pretty much. So to delete everything in here. In vertex select mode. Turn on snapping. Where are they at? Oh, there they are. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a mirror modifier. Extrude those off. And then clip that to the center. And I guess we'll just try our best to make a realistic looking, but still fantasy-esque leather piece of armor. Alright, how's it snapping? I don't want it to do closest. I want it to do... I guess the center is probably fine there. And the armor, I think, should stop right about there, probably. And we'll have it wrap all the way around, so. Let's go ahead and determine how this edge loop is gonna go, and let's say that's the bottom. Maybe we'll grab one more. But maybe not. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck? Oh, it's because I got both of them selected. Give me back that random color. And give me a shrink wrap modifier. Let's shrink it to the shirt. We do a 0.2, I guess. Should be okay. That's not what we want. Oh, wait. Negative surface point. Let's do outside. There we go. That's the effect I'm looking for. So we don't need to take it that far. We do I need to go right about there, probably. Yeah, it'll. My hope is that it'll eventually look like some scoundrel leather armor. That's what I'm going for. So we will see. I suppose if I can pull that off. Oh wait, yeah, that covers all of that. Let's see what that looks like. Cool. Just delete that. I think I made her too busty for this armor. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. All right, in that case, if I'm gonna really try to do this, then I'm gonna have to rethink. The positioning of this armor, and I could really use Retopo Flow. Okay. So, in that case, let's do this. We'll add in a plane, just move it up, just like that. And we'll kind of make a corset feature to it, and then a top section. So here, this begins the kind of corset function, I suppose. So I'm gonna need an edge loop kind of going around like that. And it needs to be very clear that it's just kind of wrapping around. So we're gonna have one that comes down like that. All right, just giving it a shot. Wish I had my freaking pen, but I dropped it again. What are you gonna do? It's not my day. Or maybe it shouldn't all be. Maybe it shouldn't all be connected. Maybe it should be separated out. I just feel like it would all be like one complete piece that would all be stitched together. So that's the illusion that we got to try to create, right? So let's delete everything again and just make this bottom section. And you know what? Let's get rid of this shirt, because we'll make the bottom section, we'll make all these sections based off of the actual flow of her body, and I think that'll work better. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and create this, the bottom part of the corset piece here. All right, there is section 1. Let's work on section 2. So we don't have to create anything attached any longer. Nope. With nothing selected, we can go ahead and just create a new section here. Extrude that off. Push this forward. And I don't want it to snap, so let's turn off snapping. Where's that vertex? Why is it all the way back there? Okay, so this will do basically the exact same type of curve that the other one did. All right, cool. So we got the curve going. And then we want to take this piece up and we can just take it all the way around. Come on. Hey, Tempest, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? You ever have the problem of being less satisfied with your work the more skilled you get? Yep. Yeah, I've kind of hit the point. Like for a lot of what I do on live streams, this is my practice time for trying out new tutorials, and like this is really the only time during the week that I have to practice. But there's a lot that I've learned that just the more I get into 3D art, the more I'm just like, man, I'm just so bad at it. So found my 5-minute dragon sculpt vid and saw this was live, so you figured pop in and say hello. Well, I'm glad. I hope you liked that video. Hope it inspired you to start sculpting. That was the point of that one. But if you've already been sculpting up to that point, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Or at least I hope you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it enough to come to a live stream, so appreciate that. Okay. Probably should separate these pieces out into different plates of armor. So we'll call this chest armor. And let's go back to object mode here. And so we're going to separate this out into lower and middle and whatever. So create a new collection for this. We'll call it armor. And select everything that is now visible. P, separate it out by selection. Go back to object mode. And so now we have chest armor lower. You really liked it? Oh, that's good, man. I'm glad you liked it, Tempest. You've done some sculpt before, but have trouble with faces, so you like to focus on getting simple structure before getting into too much detail. Yes, that is absolutely important, and it is something that I will admit that I constantly forget. So I'm always like, yeah, that structure looks good. Let me work on the details. Let me work on the stuff that I actually want to work on. And then before you know it, I've messed everything up. Oh, definitely sculpt it, Bo. Always sculpt it. I hate when I see like people polymodeling heads. Like, I get that you can do it, but I hate that people do it. I just think it's dumb. Sculpt it. Sculpt it. Like, I'll admit I'm not the greatest sculptor on the planet. I'll admit that freely, 100%. Right? This is my first female character ever, and I'm not super thrilled with that face or the head. But like, sculpt it. Get better. Don't try to polymodel it. Sculpting is so much faster. Retoping sucks, but it looks real. And then you have a high poly model that you can bake normal maps on. So, you know, it works. Retopo really sucks, yes. Adorno, I 100% agree with you on that. I don't know if this is you just popping into the stream, but if it is, Adorno, welcome to the stream, man. I see what the problem is. Okay. Problem is there's just not enough mesh to prevent it from locking into the back of the body there. There we go. Yeah, sculpting definitely gives you way more control over the facial structure. Definitely, for sure. Let's pop this piece out a bit, and we want to also then add a solidify modifier to it. Well, this got crazy. Let's take a look at what's going on in here. That makes sense. Delete those vertices. We should clear up those faces. Let's pull this down. And let's go ahead and hide Ginge for a second. Yeah, we're gonna make a circle in here. How many vertices we got? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10. Cool. There we go. Y is the mirror modifier. Mirroring in both directions. Do I have... Oh, it's because there's a solidify modifier. Got it. Got it. I'm not dumb. Kind of dumb. Not dumb. I'm kind of dumb. I feel like that describes pretty much every time you use a computer. I feel that. I feel that so deeply on a software engineering level. Every time I'm like, got it to work, and then it errors out, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. It's fantastic. All right, and then I think it's Control F, but I don't have to remember. I'll just go up to Mesh, and there should be a fill. Or is it under edges? No. Grid fill. There we go. And if we hide Ginge, then we should be able to see the grid fill there. I actually don't like that grid fill. Huh. did I accidentally make faces that I shouldn't have? Doesn't look like it. Cool. So now when we go back into object mode, when we look at, so we can turn clipping back on now. When we look at that, it definitely looks better. And we can also help this out by then dropping one of those in there, which should then snap that. How do I smooth out? Well, I guess. Can't do that. All right, let's put that back to 30. Whatever, I'll just have to play around with those chest armor pieces after we've finished modeling the midsection of armor, and then we'll go to the top and the pauldrons, and we'll move on. So, Night Nemo, welcome to the stream. Sir Tusi Great Ho. Okay, I don't get what that means, but cool. With art, there's sort of a disconnect between you and your artwork. And in between you is your tool. Unfortunately, the tool we use is software, which will always have flaws instead of a simple brush. Yeah, I suppose. But I also feel like, you know what, realistically, I should accept. Most of us, to some degree, should accept that at the end of the day, we're just kind of dumb. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself. At the end of the day, we're all just kind of dumb, and that's okay. It means I'm great. Well, thank you, Nemo. I appreciate that. But you also called me a great hoe, you know? And I don't know if I'm okay. I mean, if I'm gonna be a hoe, I'd rather be a great hoe. But you know what I'm saying? You know, like, I wouldn't want to be a hoe if I'm not gonna be a great hoe, you know? But at the same time, if I have a choice, I'd rather not be a hoe. Do you feel me? Do you feel me, Nemo? Sai Sith, welcome back. Night Nemo said Sir Tusi Great Ho. Okay, that's what he said earlier in the chat. I was like, dude, I don't know what that means. And he's like, it means you're great. And then, you know, but he still called me a hoe. So I don't know. I don't want to be a hoe if I don't have to be a hoe. If I got to be a hoe, I'm a great one, but, you know. Anyways. Get back to this armor piece. I feel like this is as far as maybe I'm gonna take this armor, maybe something like this, come up and over, and that'll be okay. And then when we go to actually add details and stuff to this, Just that one weird little spot. Nope, it's literally this vertex. It's just that one. So my art studio, welcome to the stream. Don't know what that means. Don't know what that means, my art studio. All I know is download in that sentence. All right, so we got the middle armor. We've got the lower armor. We can kind of see those now on her body active. And let's do the top armor piece. So, go ahead. Google Translate to the rescue. Bo, translate it for me. Let me know what it means. Let me know what that means. All right, so we'll just duplicate, and then this will now be upper. Cool, and then I guess I can actually just delete everything because we're gonna start over. And then we can turn off the solidify. Do that right there. Oh, and the shrink wrap. Drop that, intersect it. Go ahead and hide that middle piece here. Google Translate can't read it, but thinks it's Hindu. Thank you. I forgot. Yeah, I'm watched in India and I'm watched in the US, like the most. Forgot that was apparently my demographic. Ah, it's Hindi. Okay. That makes sense. All right, so we have a basic armor piece here, and we're just gonna take this armor piece and run it around the shoulders here. So you can kind of scale that up there. Take it around. And we'll eventually have to connect this with the back armor piece. And we'll connect them all together. That should be fine. So, Studio Art wants to download this Blender file. No, no, this is my property. I will not be giving out my Blender files. I don't give out any of my Blender files. I got this one guy who always asks for it. It might be my art studio. Like, I'm not. Thank you, Night Nemo, for translating. Yeah, I don't give out my Blender files. I will sell my art on Blender Station or Blender Market or, Turbo Squid. But I don't give out my work, especially if I've got plans for it, and I've got plans for this. But Art Studio, you can watch my channel videos and create your own version of this. Okay, there we go. So now we can essentially work on these shoulder pads that she's gonna have. I'm gonna put a couple of metal sheets on here, but let's grab these right here and extrude them off. Go back to the random colors here and turn these off, and then keep working on this. Yeah, you know, on the topic of people asking for stuff for free, I had a... You guys might care, you might not. I had a dude comment recently at the beginning of my character course. Like, I spent money on that reference image. Like, spent my company money on the reference image, and this dude was like, hey, can I get that reference image for free? Like, no? What are you doing? Like, absolutely not. But yeah, Night Nemo, I am making a female warrior, so I've got like an adventure planned, and so this is the first of the characters that I'm working on. And so right now, I guess we're just kind of blocking out the armor pieces and the clothing. If we bring back her shirt's covering everything, so we're gonna need to amp up. Actually, we can probably select the shirts. And add a shrink wrap to it. Cool. Thanks, Tempest, for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. Have a good night. All right, cool. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. All right. That's fine. We can keep that there. And then I think all that means is that we should just be able to adjust the shrink wrap to go out just a little bit further. And then this armor will sit directly over her shirt, just like that. Yeah, and I'll have to go down and fix the bottom of her shirt and everything once we get to that point. But that should work. Actually, quite a fan here. I don't like the edges there, but it is what it is, I guess. Solidify modifier making things look weird. There we go. And I guess I want to take this armor piece down a bit. You will be missed, Tempest. He's not dead. He's not dying. Alright, cool. So there we go. There's the basic chest armor that we've got. Now let's make some gloves and some leather bracers, I guess. What time? How long have we been streaming? We've been up here for a little bit. Still don't know what's going on with this. Oh, go ahead and hide the shirts. Ah, I see the problem. That would probably help out. But what if instead of these faces, let's go ahead and delete the faces. There we go. Well, that almost completely helps with everything. What's going on with the... I wonder if there's like faces that we accidentally added. It's merged by distance there. Nope, nothing. Well, that works better, but I don't know what the heck's going on there. It's almost right. Yeah, I messed up her hand. Kind of. Oh well. It's already 9 o'clock and I've been sitting at this computer all day. Alright, let's take the... Yeah, I don't think that's going to work that way. All right. I was going to try to make some leveled things, but because of the way the modifiers are stacked, it's probably not going to be the best of ideas. And you know what? For beginner adventure armor, this is probably perfect. And we'll just have to add a couple extra details once we apply all these modifiers, and we'll be good to go. But let's drop the offset on that a little bit. Or maybe let's change the target now to the shirt. What the heck? Okay, let's try this. I wonder if it has to do with face orientation. Nope. But maybe now that the shirt is thicker, this will respond a little bit better. Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, so the shirt's thicker now. Let's see. All right, let me go ahead and save real quick, and I'm gonna try something. What I think if we apply our modifiers, let me duplicate this just in case. All right, so we'll do the test on the shirt backup that I just made. So we'll apply our mirror modifier, and then our solidify, and then our subdivision surface. And then we can change the target to shirt 01. But for some reason, it doesn't want to work. So let's check the face orientation here. Everything is good. I don't really see what the problem is. Something's got to be going on with the face orientation. And what do we move this further down in the modifier stack? Yeah, maybe it is the modifier order. We got to solidify and then the shrink wrap, and then we push it up or out. It's just weird that it's doing that, you know? That's weird. Even if we do outside, it still does that, which is really strange because it shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't do that. Ooh, wait. What if... Oh. Because I'm not playing around with it in the scene as it's active. I don't know. It's very strange. Above the surface. And there we go. It's just not applying as a shrink wrap. I don't know. We'll just delete it. That's why we worked with backups. Alright, let's turn off this face orientation. Don't need it. Yeah, the scale is 1. I haven't done any changes to it out in edit mode. I'm not sure why. Not sure why it's doing something stupid. Oh, that's the solidify modifier. Interesting. That's the solidify modifier causing problems. Whatever. I guess I don't know enough about it to figure it out. But there we go. We have some some armor pieces here. And I still need to finish the tacit and everything, but I'm going to be honest, guys, I do not have the energy to work on that. So we will come back to this character, and we will continue working on armor pieces. Well, maybe it's add some extra definition and stuff in the next live stream. So we are getting closer to having our character complete. But, you know, we weren't able to do everything we wanted to do tonight. But there we go. We have a character. She's getting some basic armor. We'll come in. We'll finish out with the tacit. We got to make some boots, and we've got to make some gloves. So stay tuned, because that's where we're heading next week. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's been wonderful. It's been great. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bo, I will be streaming again for sure next Tuesday, so in a week. But I may stream again another time, so this week. But definitely Tuesday, next Tuesday, that's when I'll be back for sure. So, all right. Have a good one, guys.